Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Today we are talking about everything. Everything we know so far about Wizards Unite. We're going to be doing a bit of a deep dive into all the information that we have out there on the internet. Massive shout out to JuniorPlastic from Reddit who has allowed me to cover this. So what he's done is put together a post of all the information coming from Pottermore, Eurogamer, IGN, also coming from iHail and Glitch Void. So these are people who've actually played the game and have fed back and added the information to that. So it's just like a one-stop place that you can come and look at everything we know about it. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. Here we cover everything related to Wizards Unite Harry Potter, and we're going to be doing that. Every week I put out an update video, so every Tuesday, and throughout the week, because we've got so much content at the moment, any updates that come out, you'll see them come through this channel. Just so you know, I am affiliated with Warner Brothers press site now, so that we get information from there, so you can rest assured that it will be up to date, very current as soon as it drops. Okay, well, let's get into today's video. So JuniorPlastic has put all this together and we're going to go through it. Storyline and objectives first. Some of this we'll know already, we've been over, but some of this, there's a lot of little hidden extras that isn't in the release and some of the articles that we see online. So the general story follows the Calamity, a mysterious event that causes artifacts, creatures, people, and even memories to mysteriously appear in the Muggle world. We, the players, will be part of the SOS Task Force, Statutes of Secrecy, established by Ministry of Magic and the International Confederation of Wizards for the purpose of investigating and containing the Calamity. So the story takes place roughly in the modern day and begins with the grown-up Aura Harry Potter sending us off to investigate a magical event known as the Calamity. Specific story points aren't known at this point, but a teaser for the game, they saw mention that there is a mysterious vanishing of a group named the London Five, which just sounds really exciting. Just a random. We're going to get some storyline with it that has some mystery to it, which we're going to be uncovering as we go along. Gameplay shown includes a lot of chatter between new NPCs, so non-playable characters, while Niantic promised we'd be seeing plenty of familiar faces from the Wizarding World pop up too. Remember, this can be memories of anything, so we can see, in the trailer we only really saw Harry Potter and Ron, but it doesn't mean we're not going to be getting things like Newt Scamander in it. It'll definitely be in there because it can be drawn away from any moment in time, any memory from time. So, the main objective will be to explore the real world, find the Foundables. Witches and wizards from across the globe must come together to solve the mystery of the Calamity, overcome the confounding, chaotic magic that surrounds these Foundables, and return them to the rightful place, keeping them safe from Muggle eyes. So, what's the gameplay going to be about? Encounters, battles, and energy system. Foundables appear to be collective terms from those artifacts, creatures, people, and memories that are appearing. So these like aberrations. To free those Foundables, you need to cast a variety of different spells. By returning Foundables, you'll earn unique rewards that can be tracked in your game registry. Foundables encounters have different difficulties, so the magical exposure clock will indicate how high the threat is. So it's the same one that's seen in Fantastic Beasts, not identical, because it doesn't have a blue dial, I don't think, but pretty close to it. In Fantastic Beasts, where they find them, you can see that it measures the threat level of the trace to the Muggle community and gives you an idea of how difficult confounding magic will be to defeat. Each Foundable is connected to a confoundable, which you will need to dismiss to free the Foundables and earn points. So, for example, the demi-guys, we see this in a shackles, with a chain and a ball, and you need to free it from that using Alohomora. Examples of Foundables include creatures, so freeing a demi-guys, Aloe with using Alohomora, actually says that, or surviving a werewolf attack, people, so battling dark wizards and Death Eaters, and Harry being confronted by the Dementor during the Quidditch match, and Ron with the Boggart. So, I mean, this is just a sneak peek of what we're going to be getting. There'll be way more that they just haven't shown us. In the battle mode, we can see characters having health points. The playable character has 100, while with the Dark Witch 71 and the Werewolf 61. It's likely to be changed or dependent on the player's level, so if you fail, your encounter ends. An energy system is implemented to cast spells. As you cast spells, you consume spell energy. To regain energy, you can stop at inns to collect food and drinks that replenish your spell energy. Possibly some potions will also be used to replenish those points. There's going to be a Wiggenwell potion, right? According to iHail, each spell uses 1 energy. Also, you can gain energy from the inn, and it's at random, so you get 1 to 5 energy. So you have to make a half circle to turn the 5 plate, who discover a dish and gets a chance to get a special one for 5. Okay. Teams and competitive play. Unlike Ingress and Pokemon Go, Wizards Unite has no teams, no houses to compete against, no competitive spellcasting against other players. And according to these sources, Niantic will not add PvP in the future, which is crazy. Like, we definitely thought we'd get PvP. And my thoughts around this is that we're going to get PvP, but when it comes, it's going to be very much like Codename Neon, which is, you know, in real time, actually battling people, you know, seeing them on your screen, and when you send a spell, it's they can see it coming at them. So I think it's going to be like that, but technology just isn't ready enough for it. We need 5G. A lot of people will need then 5G ready 5G ready phones, which very few at the moment do have it. Probably like 5% of the population maybe have a 5G ready phone now, because I think the Samsung 10 has it. iPhone X, I'm not sure, but they're going to have to wait for that to catch up. Otherwise, they're going to bring out this amazing feature that nobody can play, or they'll bring it out and it will be so slow because the latency will be terrible, and it's not going to be able to run efficiently without huge lag and delays, and it just won't work, and it'll look poor. So avatar and character, what can you do? We want to see customization, and when creating your profile, you get to snap a photo of yourself and apply Harry Potter themed clothing and accessories onto your head, some of which will be earned through in-game achievements. Snape vulture hat, please. So yeah, hopefully we're going to see a lot of different customizations. Getting rewards, very much like Pokemon Go is at the moment, where you can complete certain achievements and get rewards of different clothing items. Hogwarts Mystery has a very similar theme. You know, you can clothe based on whatever you're doing, and this, you know, it's going to be nice to be able to acquire those rarer pieces. You also find your Hogwarts house and choose your wand, but don't agonize over your choices. You can switch houses and wands at any time, which is, I feel like once you've got your wand, you shouldn't be able to switch it unless it gets destroyed or something. But okay. According to Glitch Boys, your robe will be coloured according to your house. So mine's going to be red. One nice touch. When you move quickly, your character flies on a broom, so no more running along the highway. Which, when you're going like 60 miles an hour and your character's like... It's not possible. But on a broom, 60 miles per hour, easy. Professions, knowledge, and lessons. So, lots of detail about professions. These are going to be a big part of this. You can choose to specialise in different magical professions. Auras, magizoologists, and professors each have their own unique skills and abilities that will come in handy at different times, particularly during wizarding challenges. We might be able to see more professions added later in the game, potentially. Professions can be changed freely. So far, we have the Aura, which is best at spellcasting and defeating dark wizards. The Magizoologist, which is a tanky support, best at tackling magical beasts. And according to Ihail, the class Magizoologist is to support, is the support of the game. And it's the first spell to unlock. The first spell that it unlocks is the heal ability for the fortress. So this is going to be something that you're going to be helping your other teammates out by reviving part of their health so they can fight for longer. The Professor, though, is a class with a deep magical knowledge. Okay, so each of them serve different purposes, and you can switch between them. So there's no, like, you're not allowed to be anyone, which I quite like. If it's the kind of, I've played Destiny and they had the 3 classes, you know, Destiny 1, it was nice being able to play each one and have different roles. The profession page is divided into 2 tabs. One is arcane knowledge, and it has the following attributes. So these are the things that you'll be able to buff in yourself. Your stamina, your power, so the damage you do. Protego power, so how much you defend probably. Precision of your spells. Critical power, proficiency power, deficiency defense, and defense. And a more unreadable ones. So some that aren't actually readable within some of the clips. The other tab is lessons. The only lessons available are in the gift shown. In the gift shown is defense against the dark arts with 138 lessons. So there's plenty of lessons to do. It'll take a while to complete these skill trees. The skill tree has 138 skills to unlock, and it'll probably unlock spell and attribute buffs. So we're likely to see potentially that some spells, some foundables that you see and confoundables, you're not able actually to tackle, maybe because you don't know the spell, so you might need to go further down the skill tree to tackle them potentially. But I feel like it'd be unlikely to lock you out of those rare encounters. So if you come face to face with a rare encounter like the equivalent of a Dragon Knight, it'd be really frustrating to be like, I don't know the spell, how to take that one down. Yeah, so I'd hope that we can actually. I don't know what I want actually. I don't know what to. I quite like the idea of learning spells, and it would, although it'd be frustrating, it'd be nice that when you actually get to like really high level, fill your skill tree to be able to take down those rarer foundables. Don't know. So according to Ihaliv, the scroll for leveling up your progression can be gained by exploration and the book in the fortress only. Okay, the skill tree will unlock different skills for professions, so it's important to strategize which witches and wizards from other professions to tip the scales in your favor. Each comes with their own skill tree filled with dozens of skills to choose from and outfit your wizard or witch with stat bonuses to accuracy and power. So I hope to see that they're nicely balanced, that they're not too like one's not way better than the other. It'd be nice to have some balance within there, and it's quite difficult to do that in games sometimes. Next, let's talk about AR and real world interactions, walking time, moon phases, and weather. AR will not be required to play it. Just like Pokemon Go, you don't need AR, you can switch it off, and it'll be the same in this. So it's not going to isolate people who don't have AR capabilities in their phones. Collect enough of those stickers in your registry, and you eventually unlock the ability to pull that foundable into a phone AR mode and pose with it, which is going to be cool. I reckon we're going to get some really good pictures. I'm definitely going to be running some competitions on my channel, probably like best photo with this, or funniest photo, and maybe getting people sending clips. That's going to be exciting to do. Portkey portmanteaus are a bit like egg incubators, so you charge them up by walking and can find or buy more powerful ones. I'm not sure how much I like the idea that you can buy more powerful ones, very much in the same sense like in Jurassic World Live you can buy huge incubators. I like that they're restricted to you buy them and then you'd have to walk them off, and hopefully they would require more walk time if they're the more powerful ones. So it does have that. Obviously if we're bringing in in-app purchases, it's going to bring that free to play, pay to play balance different, but let's face it, there's no PvP at this point in time, so it wouldn't really matter too much if someone has an advantage over another person. No, I don't think that will affect it too much. So that's probably going to be all right for people who just want to get those parts of the registry filled. So now Pokemon Go time and weather play an important part in it, and it'll be the same for Harry Potter Wizards Unite. So potion ingredients availability will vary according to environment, weather, time of day, as well as specially designated greenhouses. You'll find their spawns are tied to weather, time of day, biome, but also, cleverly, love this little extra bit, moon phase. Why want to encounter a werewolf? Well, you have to wait until it's night and there is a full moon. That's cool. I like how it sticks to like actual lore. Just for information, Niantic has an interesting AR project called Neon, so you can follow this link. I'll obviously link this article to you guys in the description below, which the Collated is really similar to casting spells at each other. It looks just like you'd be doing it. While Niantic said the PvP will not be in the game, going back to what I said, it may be used in battle against non-playable characters. Remember now, and I think that's meant to say non-playable characters are static and do not move around. So it may bring that feature in just a PvE and not a PvP. But I'm holding out hope for it. It just looks like it's going to be way more fun in PvP mode. Next up, map locations and fortresses and battles. Fortresses battles. As other Niantic games, Harry Potter Wizards Unite is a location-based game, so there'll be a map, and a map will reveal traces of magic, highlighting the location of other magical foundables. The map will feature specific points of interest, portals and ingress, and the equivalent of Pokestops and gyms in Pokemon Go, such as parks, banks, municipal buildings, college campuses, libraries, monuments, zoos, art galleries, and more, where foundables are more likely to appear. Although they will appear in random places as well, as in Pogo, locations will start a 5-minute cooler cooldown after awarding items. So your equivalent of Pokestops, once you've gone to inn, wait 5 minutes, and then you can get energy from it again. Now, I read an article today about how I didn't fully understand it, but it looks like although the point of interest system is the same, they may be using another resource for this, which may have more updated resource points of interest, may have a greater detail of them. So I'm hoping that is the case and that we're going to see points of interest. So I mean, where I live is a new estate, and therefore, you know, Google Maps has only just after 3 years put it on Google Maps. So as you can imagine, I got no spawns around here really, and there are points of interest where I'm at though. So obviously they built parks and certain memorials for people, and they'd be points of interest, but you know, it's not in their system yet, so we don't see one coming up. So hopefully we're going to see a more updated system that does have a greater frequency of Pokestops equivalents. Hopefully. The locations confirmed are as follows. So we've got inns. These are found at Muggle locations and replenish around the world to replenish energy by collecting food and drinks. Greenhouses are special places where potion ingredients can be provided, and also it looks like that's where you can actually create the potions. Fortresses are host to wizarding challenges, real-time multiplayer, battles against dangerous foes, including Death Eaters and soul-sucking Dementors, and probably more where that came from. Fortresses appear to be similar to Pogo's Raid, where you battle a Pokemon real-time with other players. But according to Glitch Void, only a maximum of 5 players can battle together in Fortresses. So whereas raids are, I think are they 20 in Pokemon Go? A maximum of 5 players, which means you're really going to have to work together to get your team in balance. But it will also mean that, you know, I feel like waiting things where they take more than 5 to complete, it's just very difficult to organize sometimes, especially when the game's just starting, and also when a game dies down. In Pokemon Go, if you play Pokemon Go, you notice that like where raids, you just go to a raid and there'd be people there doing exactly the same as you, waiting for other people. But now you go to a Dialga raid, and like in Nottingham City Centre, this is quite a big city in England, and you go there and you go up to a raid in the middle of the town centre and nobody else is there. So it'd be nice that it's only going to be a maximum of 5 players. You'll need to battle fortresses to recover rare and magical foundables. To enter a fortress, you need an item named a rune stone. So this looks like it's the equivalent of a raid pass, and these can be gained from easier foundable encounters. Runes also have different levels, so the idea is that the greater the level of the rune, probably the greater the difficulty and reward in the fortress. Each floor or room of a fortress has a set of enemies within it. Some are better suited to your class than others. It's on you to unite a team of witches and wizards with skill points. So in different classes, so your Aura can take on that Death Eater, while your Magizoologist might take on the Pixies, and players pick an enemy they want to fight until either there are none left, time runs out, or your party is defeated. Complete one floor, and then it's on to the next, with rewards and difficulty ramping up as you go. So according to Ehalil, the fortress contains 4 monsters to battle, but I generate a fortress with only a rune level 1, so maybe it will have more monsters with a higher rune potentially, right? So the higher the rune, also the more levels. This is where players will unlock some of the rarest items in the registry, as you engage in duels with wizards, werewolves, vampires, baby basilisks, and even some familiar faces. Landmarks denote an open area more likely to spawn a particular foundable type. So I believe landmarks are like these flags that indicate where there are nests. So your equivalent of nests in Pokemon Go, you go to a park and you'll see that there's a greater likelihood of spawn of a certain type. And I think this denotes the similar kind of feature that we're going to be seeing. Next, we have spells and creatures. To cast spells, you have to trace the symbol on the screen. So far, we've seen Protego, Ridiculous, Alohomora, and Expecto Patronum. Sadly, when we saw them casting Expecto Patronum, we didn't see our corporeal form. So I would really like to see some individuality with this. We haven't cast it in Hogwarts Mystery, so we don't know if they're going to be bringing that in. but it is obviously very complex. There are so many forms that people have different. If you go on Pottermore, you'll just see if you did it again and again and again. Just it's very difficult to get the same one. I am a dolphin, so I don't think I'd be too psyched about having my dolphin in it. I really wish I got something better than a dolphin. It's like, yeah, you scare them off. If you're not familiar with Expecto Patronum, it's one of the most powerful spells used to protect you from Dementors and other creatures. So it basically involves using your happiest memory, draws power from that, and help you to cast it. So you can get an individual Patronum that has a form like a stag or a ferret or any animal can be your form. So I don't know whether we're going to see that. Probably not. It's likely that the spell will be unlocked through the skill tree. So they're kind of going back to what I said earlier, is whether we'd get the spells or already know them, or we'd have to learn them. It just makes sense that we'd have to learn them, though. It makes way more sense. Creatures that have confirmed so far are Foundables or Fortress enemies, Dementors, Werewolves, Demiguises, Hippogriffs, Pixies, Vampires, and Baby Basilisks. So we haven't seen much of anything else, but you know, we came out with 151 Pokemon. Actually, didn't even have 151. So we came out with a ton of Pokemon when it first came out. So we're going to see a similar aspect. And if you look back at my videos, I've got one on magical items and magical beasts. And there's over 300 easily. So there's plenty of things to add. And I reckon we'll be seeing a lot more when we start playing the game. Items and potions next, and then we'll finish on registry. So items and potions. Portmanteaus are an item that can be unlocked to reveal port keys. Port keys whisk you away to iconic wizarding locations. For the first time, you'll be able to step into a full 360 degrees advanced AR immersive experience in places like Ollivander's Wand Shop. When unlocked, you can summon an AR portal in front of you. You walk through and find yourself in a familiar location from the Wizarding World like Ollivander's shop or Dumbledore's office. And whilst there, you can hunt around and explore to find hidden treasures, which is going to be really exciting to do. Something completely new in the game, and if you haven't kind of seen this technology, check out my video on port keys that I did last, I think I did it last week. That just shows you the technology, not the actual thing that they do in the game. It shows a bit of the clip of that, but it actually shows somebody going into a portal and looking around. It's some pretty nice technology, and it really looks like it'll just add more AR element to it, like make it more realistic. So port keys are portmanteaus, we'll call it, are a bit like egg incubators that you change, which I mentioned before. That charge them up by walking, and you can find or buy more powerful ones. They're equivalent in Wizards Unite. The equivalent to Pokemon Go lures are dark detectors, and these can cause encounters to pop up with greater frequency around the location that you attach it to. You can stack them though, so this is a new feature. Obviously lures, you can't stack them. These will no doubt be a popular purchase in Pokemon Go. Lures are items that attach Pokemon to Pokestop to attract more Pokemon. According to earlier, you can't stack it yourself though. You can only put one on, and that you have to play with a teammate to reach a maximum of 3. In cities, this is going to be very easy. If you're on your own, it's not too complex to find 2 people to play with. So hopefully we'll see a lot of these stacked and getting some really good foundables from these. Runestone is gained from easier foundable encounters, and it's used to enter fortresses battles. According to Yoli, Runestone is gained from leveling up each section of the foundable of registry. So if you became level 2 in Dark Arts, foundables you gain the rune Dark Arts level 2. So it will be as you level up, you're more likely to be able to go into fortresses get runestones of a higher level. Potion ingredients. To brew potions, you need to find ingredients. These ingredients can be found on the map, varying by environment, whether time of day, going back to what we said before, as well as in specially designated greenhouses. Potions are used to heal yourself and brew helpful effects, such as poison, so it heals status effects that gives you damage over time. You can use potions mid-combat to heal yourself or improve your spells too. So unlike Pokemon Go, where we have to come out or die before we can use our potions, you'll be able to use that as you go on the battles, which realistically would be how a wizarding battle would take place. You can use potions mid-combat to heal yourself or improve spells too. Scrolls and books appear to be used to level up your character, so on the skill tree, according to the scroll for leveling up your profession can be gained by exploration, and the books in fortresses only. So these are going to be things that you're going to have to find to level up. So you're going to have to battle in fortresses, it looks like, or potentially find them random, maybe when you spin them. It'd be interesting to find out how you acquire them, how easy they are to acquire, because it looks like from one of the videos on it showing the skill tree is that you need a lot of books to level up. Then finally, let's finish on the registry. Exploration, challenge, mysteries and events. The registry is akin to the Pokemon Go's diary. It will help you keep track of your character's progress and achievements. And at the bottom of the registry image, we can see the different tabs: exploration, challenges, mysteries and events. So if we just skip to this, that's talking about the bottom. We've got exploration, challenges, mysteries and events. So as you can see, the more you can find, more foundables that you encounter and deal with, you will get, parts towards your different bits. So obviously you encounter Hagrid once, you only need him once, but Hippogriff you need to see that 8. Actually, one of the things it didn't mention was creatures is there's a picture of a winged horse, probably a Braxton, so we're likely to see them, and it looked like there was a baby dragon as well. Exploration is foundable. Exploration is where foundable stickers appear, and foundables are divided into 10 different categories. In this image, exploration is selected. Okay, so that's this part, and it shows Hagrid's hut and the pumpkin patch. With Hagrid, his hut, a hippogriff, a winged horse, and Norberta, a baby dragon. Each creature or location has to be encountered multiple times to be unlocked. Also, according to Yalele, when you gain all the foundables of a section, this is my favorite bit. You can reset. And the page, and it becomes silver, then gold, then diamond. So you can find them again, but gain more reward from it. Thank you, Niantic, for putting this in the game. This is what I have been silently asking for in Pokemon Go. Why the hell do we get to level 40 and they've got no system after that? It completely, it prevents the growth of your game, because people then aren't using lucky eggs and they're not buying lucky eggs. It makes so much business sense to add this, a prestige-like system. If you've ever played Call of Duty, you get to the highest level and you restart, and you get a little thing that shows you that this person is the next prestige, and this is exactly what it's going to work like. Once you've actually found all the foundables, you can change the page and go to diamond and get better rewards. So this bit is probably one of the most exciting bits in this article for me. The 10 categories are Care of Magical Creatures, Dark Arts, Hogwarts School, Legends of Hogwarts, Ministry of Magic, Magizoology, Magical Games and Sports, Mysterious Artifacts, Wonders of the Wizarding World and Oddities. And I'm sure we're probably going to see more categories as the game goes on. Niantic has promised at least 100 foundable encounters will be in the game at launch. So much that can potentially we're going to see, and potential of more to come. Many foundables require you encounter them multiple times to unlock their registry entry, and with it uncover more of the game's story and more answers to why the calamity occurred. According to LLA, you get a third section in the registry for foundable about the storyline, so you can gain only by leveling up. I'm not sure of this one, but one dev says it's by leveling up, but the other one says it's by exploring the world. Maybe a mix. Challenges is another tab according to AIE. Fortresses give rewards for a special section of the registry. Challenges, it's just more things to collect, but in another way. I think maybe it's like the research tasks in Pokemon Go. It'd be nice to see if we have an equivalent of that. We don't have information about the mysteries and events yet. In Pokemon Go, events are timed events that usually last from a few hours to several weeks, where you encounter some Pokemon more often and have double rewards or other bonuses, so it might be something similar. That's what I thought. And finally, in-game currency, microtransactions are confirmed as with other Niantic games. Niantic is pretty fair with microtransactions, though they do not make the game unbalanced. I agree that Pokemon Go, it doesn't have this if you look at other games, AR games that have come out, they're so heavily the microtransactions just PvP, play to play, free to play, just creates this massive gap because it's just so easy to get some of the best things. Latest promo images, a map, 4 foundable encounters, Yeah, so these are the things that we've got through, which we've been through in my previous video. So that is it. Massive shout out to JuniorPlastic for allowing me to go through that, because it's such a good source. Congrats, mate. You've put it all together so nicely. I am most excited about this prestige system, you know, leveling up your foundables. Tell me what in this article you are most excited about in the comment section below. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it and hopefully it's been helpful. If you have, please take the time to hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. I will be putting up these videos obviously weekly still, and any updates that come out, you'll hear them here first. Okay, that's all in this one. See you soon.